Hello everyone, welcome back to the SP Learning Labs Java programming course. In today's video, we are going to learn about loops in Java. We will understand what are loops, types of loops, why they are important, real world examples, and common mistakes. Let's get started. In the previous video, we learned about decision making. We saw how programs take decision using if, else, and switch. Decision making chooses what to do. Now let's think about this. If I ask you to print hello 5 times, what will you do? You might write it 5 times manually. But what if I ask print it 100 times? That becomes difficult. In real life also, we repeat tasks, eating daily, going to work, practicing skills. When something repeats, we use loops. What are loops? A loop is used to repeat a block of code multiple times. Instead of writing code again and again, we use loops. In Java, we have three types of loops: for loop, while loop, do while loop. Why loops are important? Loops are very important because they save time, they reduce code duplication, they make programs cleaner. In real programs, loops are used everywhere: reading data, processing list, running tasks multiple times. Loops helps us repeat tasks efficiently. Now let's understand each loop with syntax and examples. Now let's say loops. I will create a new class with name loop. And I will select the main method and click finish. So this is our loop class. Now inside this main method, first we will start with loops. We use a for loop when we already know how many times we want to repeat something. Now we will look at the syntax. It's very simple. We will break it step by step. Here it will be the initialization. And after this, condition. And after this, increment or decrement. So this is the syntax for loop: initialization, condition, increment or decrement. Now we will write a code. For int I equals to 1, this is the initialization, and I less than or equal to 5, this is the condition we are giving, and I plus plus, increment. Now inside this block I will write a print statement, and I will print I. Now let's understand this line by line. Here we are starting with int I equal to 1. We are saying run till I less than or equal to 5, and after every step increase by 1. Simple. Now let's run this program. And you can see the output. It printed numbers from 1 to 5. That means the loop ran 5 times. After I becomes 6, condition become false, so loops stops. So use for loops when you know the count. Now let's see while loop. We use while loop when we want to run something based on a condition. Now let's look at the syntax. It's simple and easy to follow. So this is the syntax for while loop. Here the condition check the first and the loop run based on that. Now let's see an example for while loop. We will comment this. Now inside this block I will print a statement. I, and after this I plus plus. Now let's understand this step by step. Here we are starting with I equal to 1 and we are running the loop while I less than or equal to 5. After every step it increases by 1. Very clear, right? Now let's run this program. Now here you can see the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It prints numbers from 1 to 5. The loop continues smoothly as long as the condition is true and value increases step by step. While loop works based on condition. Now we will see do while loop. This loop is special because it runs the code first and then checks the condition. Now let's look at the syntax. First do while condition. So this is the syntax for do while loop. Now let's see an example. I will comment this. Now inside this block I will use print statement. While so here code runs first, after that the condition is checked. Now let's understand this step by step. Here we are starting with I equal to 1. First the code runs and prints the value. Then condition I equal to 5 is checked. After each step I is increased by 1. Simple. Now let's run this program. Now you can see the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it prints numbers from 1 to 5. The loop runs once first and then continues based on the condition. Do while runs first, then check condition. Now you might notice something interesting. All three loops, for loop, while loop and do while loop, are printing the same output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the difference? The difference is not in the output. The difference is how they work. For loop, we use it when we already know how many times to run the loop. Everything is written in one line: start, condition, and update. And while loop is used when the condition is important. First, it checks the condition, then it runs the code. And do while loop, this one is little different. First, it runs the code, then it checks the condition. That means it always runs at least one time. Even though output looks same, the behavior is different and the use case is different. So, same output but different ways to execute. Now, let's see some of the common mistakes. Here in while loop, I will comment this. Here you can see we are printing the value I, but we are not updating the I. So I always stays 1 and condition here I less than or equal to 5 is always true. Because of that, loops keep running again and again. Now let's see this. Here you can see it's keep on printing 1 again and again because here we are not updating the I value. If I uncomment this, stop this, and again I will run. So this is the correct way. Now I increases step by step. After some time, condition becomes false and loop stops properly. Now look at here. Here instead of less than, I will keep greater than. So here we are starting from I equal to 1 and but the condition is I greater than or equal to 5. This condition is not matching the flow. So loop does not execute. Let's see it. You can see in the console no numbers are printed. You can see in the output nothing has been printed. So the correct way is use the correct symbol. Now condition matches the flow, loop runs from 1 to 5 correctly. Check condition and update carefully. So this is the end of code part. Now let's look at the some of best practices. First, keep your loops simple. Write code in a clean and easy way. Next, use only what is needed. Keep your logic clear and focused. Always update variables properly, so the loop moves step by step smoothly. And finally, test your program. Try different inputs and see how your loop behaves. When you follow this, your loop becomes easy to write and easy to understand. Think clearly, update properly, loop work perfectly. Now your task, write a program to print numbers from 1 to 10. And one more task, print even numbers from 1 to 20. Try using different loops, for loop, while loop. And one more important task, this is very common interview question. Print a diamond shape using stars. Try it yourself first. Think step by step how stars increase and then decrease. And one more thing, till now we used println to print values. In this program, you will also learn print method, and understand the difference between print and println method. Also try different diamond pattern questions. This will help you understand loops deeply. Practice loops to improve your logic. So that's all for today. In the next video, we will learn about jump statements in Java, break and continue, how to control loops and stop or skip, execution when needed. This is very important concept. If you found this helpful, like, share and subscribe to SP Learning Labs. See you in the next video.